The opponents for the final stages of your career?
Not to cut you off, I don't really have them really like mapped out, but it's just like,
Anyone in mind that you're thinking about after Roach?
No, not yet. I'm just trying to focus on him right now, and then once we get him out the way, then
a little bit too much. What do you take away from that? And do you feel that you have been talking a little too much, or is it just more of a confidence that I know what I can do?
Yeah, what I'm supposed to say when they ask me questions. What I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
Oh, he going to do, like, normally 9 times out of 10 the questions start with, oh, Tank's a knockout power puncher, blase blase. What are you going to do? Yeah, what? Yeah. I'm going to say what I got to say. I know what I can do. That's what I'm supposed to.
You bring your mother?
She right there.
Gervonta Davis has fired warnings to Lamont Roach as their rematch has now finally been concluded. Lamont Roach had been gearing up for the rematch since they ended their first fight in March. He has attended several interviews explaining the controversy that happened during the first time, and unsurprisingly many of these interviews didn't sit well with Gervonta Davis. Hence, after their rematch was announced, the pair got on an interview where there was some bit of trash talk from both sides before Gervonta Davis went on a rant himself.
See? I mean, hey, what you ain't too shy saying what you gonna do, right?
I am now.
You are now?
Yeah.
Why?
Mom Dukes right there.
Ah. It's alright. Yeah, but like I said, it's not like I'm talking too much. They ask questions. That's what they do.
you live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up, and I could have definitely did more. He caught me with a good shot, but it was times that I sat in there with him and I'm like, damn, this guy like super slow. Well, not super slow, but he's slow, and I could have took advantage of the moments, but I think I was boxing too much.
And he promised Lamont Roach a heavy knockout this time, saying the fight only went the distance because he allowed it, and this time he's ending it as soon as possible. According to him, Lamont Roach handled the draw with too much arrogance, like he won the fight. I'm going to break you apart. Forget about the first fight. You will get knocked out early. Your new fans will regret supporting you. Roach didn't have so much time for exchanging words. He just watched Gervonta Davis run his mouth and told him he could have done all of these before he thought of taking an EU.
Dude, that's honestly probably why he don't tend to media for real, if they ask too many questions.
Absolutely.
That's just what they do. They ask questions that 9 times out of 10 you answer it. They, use one part of the sentence for clickbait. Come Saturday, man. Y'all gonna see. My prediction is and the new.
Back to you, Tank.
Gervonta Davis, as they spoke, explained that he had been out of social media since the fight because he's been training for the rematch, and said he's been waiting for the announcement to give Lamont Roach the punishment he deserves for running his mouth. Fans on watching the video of their little trash talk found it exciting and even anticipated the rematch more.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault.
First, the issue that I could have stopped them. It's me. Definitely my fault. Tank and Roach looks like a fight that'll get a trilogy and be remembered forever. I love everything about this rivalry. Tank finally found a fighter he can't intimidate. Another fan wrote, I love how Lamont Roach handled Tank before the first fight, but it's clear his confidence level has now risen. Crazily, I'm so proud of this man.
You heard his prediction. He says it's going to be and the new. He's going to be a 2-division world champion. What's your prediction going Saturday?
Miles. You know what I come to do, man. You know why I'm here. And I don't want to say too much. Mom Deuce over there in the corner, so gotta keep it polite. But yeah, I know.
You heard his prediction. He said it's going to be in the new. He's going to be a 2-division world champion. What's your prediction going? You know what I come to do, man. You know why I'm here. I don't want to say too much. Mom Duce over there in the corner, so got to keep it polite. But yeah, I know. The Ring magazine's Mike Coher is reporting that the rematch between Tank and Roach will be August 16th in Las Vegas. The bout will come 5 months after their first encounter, which ended in a controversial majority drawback on March 1st. Details are limited as of now, but presumably this fight would once again be for Davis's WBA lightweight title. Davis is the #1 ranked lightweight according to Ring magazine, while Roach, who is the WBA junior lightweight champion, is the #4.
I think I was boxing too much in the beginning, and when I felt like he was slow, it was just already late down the line type of thing. But I should have pressed the issue.
LB, the first fight sparked a lot of controversy, with many boxing pundits believing Roach edged out the decision. However, 2 judges had it 114-114, while the third judge had it 115-113 for Davis. In addition, referee Steve Willis incorrectly didn't call a knockdown against Davis in the 9th round when he took a knee following a quick jab by Roach.
What you talking about? They like, they ain't gonna give it to you. I was like, oh, is that right? So, you know, that's how boxing works. It's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing works. I'm not, like, totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you won't get too much on paper.
Of the system, by fooling the referee, calling timeout, then that will be some BS, and you can see the problem here. Fighters can start doing this to buy some time when they are hurt or when their opponent is catching a nice move.
Had that knockdown counted, Roach would have won a unanimous decision, handing Tank his first loss in his professional career. Now we're at the point where boxing fans are debating the decision and eager to watch the sequel. The first bout did solid business, with Dan Rafael reporting that it did 262,000 PPV buys and grossed $21 million in pay-per-view revenue in the US. The rematch is expected to have similar, if not better, numbers. Given the controversial nature of the finish, many questions will come up in the lead up to this bout. Was it an off night for Davis? Was Roach's performance a fluke? Can the rematch live up to the hype of the first one?
You simply can't buy some time out. And Gervonta intimidated the referee to the point where the referee went along with whatever Gervonta told him to do, instead of doing his freaking job, robbing Lamont Roach of a lifetime achievement of pulling one of the biggest ups.
During the first fight, Roach performed exactly how he and his father, trainer Lamont Roach Sr., predicted he would. The World Boxing Association super featherweight champion took Davis's vaunted power well throughout their bout, and perhaps most importantly, he never displayed the type of fear or uncertainty many of Davis's prior opponents allowed Tank to use as psychological advantages on his way to producing almost all knockouts. Roach resolutely rejected the idea from Davis, as well as his strongest supporters and his harshest critics, that Roach was in over his head. It wasn't just that he is technically taller than Davis, more that he knew Davis better than anyone else Davis had fought.
And since this is not the 1900s, since this is not the 1500s, since we have technology, they can utilize all these cameras and replays, if not in real time, at least after the fight, to make the right call and make the wrong decision right.
They were rivals as kids. Roach lost both of their amateur matches on points in 2011, and they sparred many times before Davis turned pro in 2013, the year Roach won a national Golden Gloves title and Roach made his pro debut in 2014. The 29-year-old Roach's skill, chin, confidence, and grit served him extremely well when it mattered most. In the biggest fight of his career, win or draw, he would have been obligated to grant Davis a rematch, a second showdown sometime this summer at an outdoor stadium somewhere in Baltimore, Washington, D.C., or elsewhere in the DMV area. Will draw a huge crowd and do big business. It's not the lightweight title fight fans and pundits hope Davis would take next.
Here, you said it might be one of your last fights, Barclays Center. It's on Prime, PBC pay-per-view. What does it mean to be here, Barclays Center? You're from the East Coast. Is a Northeast fight. What are your thoughts?
I'm excited, man, to be back. And Brooklyn, I won my first championship here, so I'm excited to come back to my second home and do it in front of the beautiful people, So, and I'm headlining, so
I don't give a fuck. I could blast all 12 rounds, but he gonna be a damn fool. He trying to watch me the first half of the fight. He gonna be down, and then next thing you know, the last bell gonna ring. Nigga be like, ding ding ding, winner Lamont Roach.
Okay, but